Social media is lying to you. Instagram, Reels, TikTok, Shorts. You see all those physiques and people compare ourselves to those physiques. And you know what? Most of my comments when I started posting, people were saying that I look mid, that I don't look as good for someone that is working out, that I don't look as big, that I don't look as muscular, that do you even lift? Those were the comments I was getting when I first started my Instagram, all right? And guess what? When I walk in the street, I'm the only one that people look at. Seriously, it's not to brag, but hey, these days, just being in good shape, you're part of the top 1%. Have you walked down the streets and looked at all the other men? Most of them have man boobs. Most of them have a big belly sticking out. Most of them are sweating through their shirt, and yet everybody looks at you as if you're an alien just because you're in shape. That's just the reality of life. But on Instagram, you'll get all those comments of people telling you, hey, do you even lift? Hey, your shoulders are so small. You look so unproportionate. Hey, you look so wrong. Something wrong with your torso that is not aligned with your calves or whatever. That's all BS, and this is a fake word. It's a crazy land, and it gets to people's mind, as it did get to me. At the beginning, I was like, whoa, I'm getting all those hate comments. Am I doing something wrong in the gym? But then I realized that, hey, that's just Instagram, that's just social media, and that's just what it is, being a fitness influencer, quote unquote. Don't think that you'll get all the good comments out there on Instagram, but do not let that affect you. Do not let that get in your mind, because trust me when I tell you, there's no one day where I'm walking in the street where people are not only staring at me, they're admiring at me. They look at me and they're like, whoa, hey bro, trust me, I get it all, I get it all. And it's not to brag, it's just because that's what it is to be in shape these days, is that you'll be an anomaly. You'll be something that is out of the ordinary. Wow, this guy works out. He's got veins on his biceps. My goodness, he must be a professional athlete. Some people ask me one day if I'm in the Olympics. Why? Just because I can do pull-ups. That should be normal, but yeah, that's how it is now. You walk in the streets and you're the top 1% just by not being overweight. So don't compare yourself to what the social media standards are, because trust me, it's lies. It's not the reality. People say my physique is mid on social media, and I see the Reddit forum. There's few Reddit forums about me. Hey, I read them, and I go to the gym. Every time I go to a new gym, there's the jacked guy that comes and tell me you look jacked. When I went to Venice, Cole's gym, Venice, oh my god, just saying the name makes me want to go there. Few guys that were big on social media, big bodybuilders, huge, not only huge in terms of their influence, but huge bodies. They would look at me and they say, bro, you look good, you look jacked, and they will give me the props, and I'm like, whoa. So I'm either I have so low self-esteem that I would think that I don't look as good in real life. Well, that's what happens when you keep reading those comments on Instagram, and just don't compare yourself to them, because it will cause body dysmorphia. 2 days ago, I was walking with my friends and they're like, this guy recognized you. I'm like, there's no way he's gonna recognize me. He's like, bro, you're the only jacked guy here. And that's just how it is. These days, it's if you're jacked, people will just see you and look at you from far, and you'll be the black sheep in between all the other white sheeps. And it's good to remember that. It kind of gives me a confidence boost, which is needed, because trust me, I do get the bad comments. They do get to me. And just to tell you guys, don't compare yourself to the social media. The standards of social media are ruined. It's all BS. It's like if we are comparing multi-millionaires' houses, and there you are, just a guy making, I don't know, 80K a year, living your 9-to-5 job, and you see all those multi-millionaires that have those houses in Monaco, and they're kind of battling with who has the better house, and you're there just looking at them, and you're like, my god, I'm so far away of that game. But in reality, in real life, hey, you're doing so much better than you think, because there are people in the streets that have no house. There are people with 4 roommates. There are people that are surf couching or couch surfing or whatever it is. So, man, don't compare yourself. The social media game is not real life. It's not what it is. It's rigged. And you know what? Use it to your advantage. How I use it to my advantage is that I would, let's say, post videos and be like, hey, people say this is mid. just to create kind of engagement, you know. Sometimes I would say this is 13 years of natural bodybuilding, just because I know people will be like, 13 years for that? This looks so bad. This looks like you never trained. Have you waited in the gym all day outside of the gym without even getting in the gym? But I use it just to get the engagement. But trust me, there's no one day where I walk outside where I'm kind of sleeveless like now. Trust me, you get it all. You get the eyes, you get the people asking you where you work out. You get it, man. You know, sometimes I try to put my headphones and just walk straight just because I don't want to get into those small talks because I just don't feel like it today. But some days I feel like it. Just to tell you guys, you're not mid. You're not. You're hitting the gym, you're training, you're eating well. You're part of the 1% already. You don't even need to be benching 225. You don't even need to have those crazy arms with the veins coming out of everywhere. You don't need to be looking like a steroid junkie to look okay. All right. Don't compare yourself to the social media standard because it's a game that is unreal. It's just not reality. It's not reality. It's all fake. Compare yourself to the people you see in the street. And that's really what's all about. It's about the real life experiences. Walk in the street and look at all the other men, all the other guys your age. If you're 18, compare yourself with the other 18. I'm not saying never compare yourself because it's important to compare ourselves just to see where we're at. All right. I know we have the saying of, hey, just be better than your own self, but it's good to see where I'm at in this race. Am I the last? Am I the first? Am I playing in the race? So look at all the other 18-year-old dudes and be like, hey, this guy's got a big belly. This guy's got some boobs. I'm the only one that has, I'm okay. I don't have the six pack, but hey, I look okay. I look okay. I don't mind taking my shirt off. And there you have it. You know, and if you're the guy that has that belly, maybe, it's good for you also to look at other guys and be like, you know what? They're not too far off of me because that's my competition. It's not necessarily the guy on Instagram, the Alex Ubeng that has the crazy lighting and the six-pack abs. It's the guy that he looks 10 pounds less than me, so hey, I'm not far off. And actually it will motivate you to know that everything is possible and it's realistic, and get those realistic thoughts in there and stop scrolling on that social media with, it's unreasonable. People say I'm mid, but every time I walk in the street, everybody's looking at me. Why are you looking at a mid physique? Because you haven't seen what a good body looks like for a while, and that's just the reality of it. So it's a good body, all right? And it's not being egocentric. I feel like when you're doing bodybuilding, it's good to take an outer look at yourself and be like, that's the results that I was able to get. It's like a masterpiece. It's an art. You're an artist drawing. So it's good to look at your drawing and be like, hey, this actually looks good, you know? So that's it, guys. I'll leave you with this. Never let that social media word get you to do things that you don't really want. All right? Because it did to me, you know, in terms of chasing followers, chasing clout. You want to post more, you want to be more active, but then you'll end up losing yourself for a word that is not real. All the followers, they don't mean anything. I've got over 50,000 followers, all real followers, never paid for anything. And guess what? Doesn't make my life any better, all right? So don't chase the followers, don't chase the clout. Chase building yourself, all right? Chase building yourself and get more listening to that inner voice. I guess that's where it's all about, you know. We always want to scroll on our phone and there's so many noises out there. The Instagram, the YouTube, the shorts, the news, your friends at work, this. So many news, so many voices. And the inner voice, the instinct, the one that matters the most, we turn it off. And I believe in God. I believe in God. I believe in the nature. And I believe that the nature, the word, put that inner voice, the instinct in us for a reason. And that's where all the answers are found. All the answers are found in silence. Because in silence, that's where you're gonna go dig deep and find yourself. All right, so I'm getting a bit too philosophical. See you guys soon. Talk to you later. Thank you all for the support. Ciao.